Right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good afternoon. We'll get started in a minute. Please cover the FDA run up on AQST. AQST has very low volume. Chart is currently at a high resistance level, 267. So you need to break 267. That is where your main level is right now. So I personally wouldn't be looking for the trade. I'm talking basically on technical. So I don't look into fundamentals. I don't really care what news it is, whether it's merged with Tesla or whatever. I don't really care. I just look at plays that have volume, which obviously comes with the news and whatever. So if that gives me the setup, then that's what I look for. But in terms of technical basis here, you need this to break 267. It's clearly a resistance here. These top wick rejections is just an indication that sellers are in control. You need the price to break above this, which is like that, retest, and then hopefully push up. That's kind of what I have on that level. And then here's your support down here. Another area of support is here, around 215. So this is kind of what I have on this chart for that. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good afternoon. MCRB, yeah, MCRB is running. So your next level is 245. So simply 245 because of this resistance level here. Crazy price action on it, but at the moment 215 is like that support at the moment. This is what you have right now. So if you can close above 215, then you can hopefully push to the upside. Why 215? Because we've had 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick. That is just the area of resistance. So if we can hold that, you should be okay. Currently it's below it. Here's your kind of support level. I just moved to 175. It's a clear level. Just put this purple or just yellow. Put it here. So here we have 215. So if you can get above 215, hopefully you get a green candle close above that, then you should be fine. This is not a green candle close above. That is a wick. That is rejection of that level. So you need to wait for that to close above, then you should be fine. What's up, JR? What's up, Hardy? What's up? What's up, Lando? What up? What up? What up? SNTG, very simple. It's just steady uptrend. 478 is your resistance, or 477 I have here. After that, you have 515, which is here. These are next resistance level. These are not targets. It doesn't mean that if you get in here, hold to all these levels, because that is impossible to know what prices will close to. However, these are just the next resistance levels that I see. Sorry, 550. All right, so here's your levels on SNTG for now. So can keep an eye on this one. SYRA, I really like this one going into open simply because we're respecting this demand zone, which is right here. We're getting a bottom wick rejection here once, twice, starting to get green candles. Buyers are stepping in right off this demand zone. So it looks very good. I need a couple other confluences for me to actually get into this trade. So at the moment it does look good. High risk entries if you entered now. What is this? Yeah, higher risk entries now if you did enter. So it does look like it is pushing up though into market open, which is exactly what you want on this. NTBL, just widen this demand zone a bit. So I don't really like this one yet until it does get above this demand zone. If it goes below, then we'll have to look for a new demand zone, but at the moment this is what we have. We need to break above here, retest, and then hopefully push to 194. So next level on this is literally 194. If you can hold, what is this, 165 level, then you should be fine. At ALCE, I'm not really too interested on it at the moment, but it was running pre-market, so just gonna keep this one on watch. So we have sub 6%, which is good. It ran only 1% yesterday, but it was up much more this morning. How much? Let's see. So this morning it was up yeah, it was up like 30%. Obviously now we can see that it's down 30% from there. So it is pretty much in a pullback and a demand zone, which is what you want to see. Also in a falling wedge, which is ideal. So actually is looking pretty good, to be honest with you. So yeah, what is this? If it reclaims 140, it might be worth entries in my opinion. So keep this one on watch, ALCE. It's actually a very nice setup. I will put this one on Twitter for you guys as well, so you can keep an eye on this. If I can do this properly. So ALC is looking good. So ALC is setting up. So the reason why I say that is because we have a demand zone, we have a falling wedge, and we're starting to get buys stepping in, bullish engulfing candle here on the 5 minute as well. So it looks very good. I'm expecting this to reclaim 140. Then your next resistance is 150 on that. Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin's going nuts. They're all those. If Bitcoin's still up, then they will just follow Mara, Hut, Riot, all of them. I don't really go over them because it's just difficult to do analysis on them because of Bitcoin. CLDI, I don't know why I have this on my watch list. DADA. This one, all I'm looking for is very simply just this high of pre-market, which is 190. If we get above that, great, then I'll look for possible entries, but at the moment there's no clear reason to be getting in this trade. Yes, it is in an uptrend. Might be forming a bullish pennant, but for me, I need more volume for confirmation that this will push to the upside. So we have this right here. So that's your level. This is your Dada chart. I will put this actually on Twitter as well. So it is a bullish setup, so this is good to watch. This is a bullish pennant for those who don't know. So that means you expect price to break out of it. However, it just needs volume. But it is up 6% and it was down 45% earlier, so it looks very good. Right, can you look at NTBL? Yeah, we'll have a look now. I'm just going through some of the charts. So NGOL, I know a lot of people are talking about this. This is more of a larger time frame kind of play. So it's in that demand zone, it broke out of that. 0.88 and then $1, then 108 on that. But at the moment, it's just kind of steady uptrend. It's kind of what we have at the moment. So breaks below that, then it's going to come down to this 0.54. Let me just put this level here. So 0.54 is your next kind of support level. And then all the way back down to the demand zone. GRTX, another one. It's lost this demand zone, so we have no demand zone at the moment. If we're looking at the trend now, we just identify what's going on. Clearly in a downtrend, right? It is kind of setting up in a falling wedge. It's trying to set up for a falling wedge, but for me, it's not a clear one at the moment. So yeah, I'd personally just mark this 2.23, put an alert on that. So if you get notified that this breaks, then you should expect a bullish continuation, but otherwise than that, it's not really my kind of setup. CYCC. CYCC, I think this is on my watch list, right? So CYCC is just in a downtrend at the moment, so for me, no reason to be entering. If you can get above this downtrend, so I say like 315 level, if you get 315, then maybe you could look for possible entries, but at the moment, there's not really enough volume for me to be getting in. There's no strong trend. So I'll keep this here. I had it yesterday as well. It was just a lower time frame setup. I mean, larger time frame setup. So at the moment, it's kind of just still in that downtrend. Yes, we are starting to find an area of support right here, but it's just risky entries because if it gets this trend line, it can reject, right? DTIL, I'm not really interested in this. NTBL. NTBL is just simply in this in this demand zone. So at the moment, you needed to break above this, which I just mentioned earlier. Need to break above this 165 level, and then hopefully push to 194. But at the moment, it doesn't look great. There's not enough volume on it. So yeah, if it goes below here, I would cut your losses. Personally, that's how I would trade it. NUKK. Let me have a look at NUKK. I saw this earlier. I know it was a pre-market mover. Yeah, someone asked me in the Discord about this one as well. No clear direction on this, so very, very, very choppy chart. There's no, yeah, this is not a good chart for, based on a technical basis. So if we're looking here, I guess on the 4 hour, we can see what's happening. I know it's up 16%. That's all good and well, but there is no movement on it yet. So it's just in a steady downtrend at the moment. So personally, I would wait for downtrend break. This is your resistance level here, so 330. It is worth keeping this on watch simply because it is up pre-market, so the volume can come in on this play. But in terms of the levels, I'll just give it to you now. I'm assuming this is it's recent. So what is this downtrend break? It's around here. So yeah, 285 level is where you should possibly look for entries, but you know the deal. When it's in a downtrend, there's no reason to be playing something that's in a downtrend because it's probably going to keep going. Let me look at this ALC. This is worth entries. So yeah, this was the entry point here, this candle. So it's actually gone up a bit. Here's 140 reclaim. So yeah, people should be in if they did. I mentioned at 137. So yeah, if you are in, well done. Your next level is 150, as I mentioned on that. CLRB. I charted this earlier. Yeah, CLRB, there's not much volume on this at the moment. This is your chart at the for now. So you have 360, then 395, then 478 on that. So this is kind of what you have. There's no, I mean, it is in an uptrend, I guess, but it's not that, not my kind of chart, to be honest. Pre-market high is just this, so you can mark this level here, which is 336. So 336, mark that level. We have here, if you go break 336, then you have room to 360. So that's what I have on this for now. Break 360, then you have room to 345. Why 345 or 395? Because of this candles here. So rejection once, twice. On that, is there any other plays moving at the moment? SNTG, GRTX. So there's not really too much moving, which is sometimes a good sign. But it just gives you less plays to focus on, which is what you want. You don't want to be focusing on so many plays. This BTB is no clear trend. However, on the 5 minute, it does look like it is reversing. If it does reclaim this 375, if you get a candle close on this, then could look for possible entries, but it is higher risk. This is kind of what you have on it. That's what you have on BTB. This is on the 1 minute, so it's a scalp trade. It's not looking for anything crazy at the moment. MCRB. So MCRB, yeah, it could not hold this 215. So we can now mark a new psychological level, which is simply just $2. So I'll put this in blue to identify. So orange is just a key area of support. This is a psychological level. This is the level that it needs to break, 215. And then 245 is where you should look like it should push to that side. SNTG still solid. There's no sign of a pullback yet. It looks very good. Probably the best setup at the moment. So this is what we have on this chart. So yeah, if we're looking at it based on this, it's pretty much exact same. So within the uptrend on the 5 minute, we still have this uptrend here as well, respecting it. We could technically say this is a bullish pennant as well. So let's update that as well for that, like here. So here's your SNTG chart. So yes, you do expect this to break out. Currently is the strongest setup at the moment. So let's see what it can do. I do like this setup a lot. Your resistance is 455. And then you got room to 477. So this is a bullish setup. Why? Because it's a bullish pennant. Bullish pennant is a bullish continuation pattern, meaning that you expect price to continue to the upside on this. So if you did grab it, great job. SYRA still in a steady downtrend at the moment. So yeah, let me just fix this lines a bit so we can get more touches like that. So we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5, 6 at the moment. So it is still bearish. You need it to break the downtrend. Trying to enter now is a lot higher risk. This is annoying. I think my mouse has died. Oh no. INGN could potentially gap up. INGN. Yeah, it can potentially gap up. It needs to get that, what, 663. Yeah, that's actually a decent chart. It's not my kind of, I know Hassie likes these setups. I'll share this with him, but I know this is probably his kind of setup. For me, it's not. I simply just play these, play the volume plays. It suits me best. I don't really like sitting and hoping these plays will break, but it is a strategy that works for some. So yeah, here's what you have on this. This is INGN. So I'll put this on. I'll put this on Twitter as well. That's a good spot though. What is this? INGN. I'll put this on Twitter as well so you guys can just keep track of it. Why is this not working? So INGN. So there's a possible gap up as well. So the gap up for this is from 665 to 735, which is a 10% move as well. I will keep this on watch though. Thanks for sharing. Let's put it in purple. SCKT. No, I would avoid this one. I don't know what's going on with it. There's absolutely no volume on this at all. 126 is where you would look for maybe entries, but yeah, no volume at all. I don't know. It's very, very difficult to chart that one, unfortunately. BTBD, MCRB. MCRB is trying to reclaim $2. This is going up and up. It's trying to break out right now as well as we speak, SNTG. So this is trying to break out. So if it breaks out, you have 477, right, which is a high day. You break high day, it's probably going to run pretty hard. So we'll definitely keep this one on watch. I know it's getting close to open, like 30 minutes, but yeah, this is kind of what I have on this. SYRA is still just holding this demand zone, which is a good sign. If we can hold this demand zone, what is this, like 140 support into open, then you should expect it to break out, because that just identifies that it is strong area support. And then obviously 130 is your last cutoff point, I would say, for that. NTBL, not worth anything yet. Remember what I mentioned with this, needs to get above this demand zone and hopefully retest and push to the upside. ALCE is slowing down, but I do like this setup. It's still valid. It needs to get hold this 140, and then you have, what was this? Yeah, 150 was that next resistance, or like target level, I guess you could say, for that. So demand zone here, which is the last red candle. I know it's not that clear, but this is what we have. And then hopefully if we hold this, can push to the upside, but it is starting to push to the upside on this, which is good as well. If you guys have any other tickets, feel free to post them as well. SNTG, yeah, strong wick here. This BTBD, where's this VWAP at? I still got room. Yeah, so for this one, you wanted to reclaim 375. So 375, because this used to be previous resistance here. I mean, previous support. Can get above that, then you should be okay. But at the moment, it keeps rejecting it. So yeah, I would just wait for 375 reclaim. Alt. I know this is a former runner. No clear levels on this yet. 1250. I've removed this. So 1250 is your resistance level. You want it to break above that for possible continuation. If you get that, then great. At the moment, it's kind of just trading in a zone. There's no clear trend. So, or we could just say like this, downtrend, I guess. Maybe possible falling wedge, actually. Not really a fan of this bottom wicks though. Or this, I mean, sorry, this candle here, these top wicks here, but this is what you have on alt. So yeah, it should break out of this. That is technically speaking. So you have 1175 and then literally 1250. So it does look good, but look, we've rejected it once here and then twice at 1250. So that's kind of your resistance level at the moment. I'll just say keep this one on watch, because if it should break out of this. If we can get volume, I know I actually messed up on this trade last week. I sold it break even, it ran. I got in like 10.02 and I sold it my break even, and then it ran all the way up to like 11, 12. I think it was here. Yeah, literally around, I entered somewhere around here. Oh no, it was around here. And then, yeah, I entered here and then it ran that day that I called it. So yeah, pretty insane move, but I got a little bit scared on that, unfortunately. Right, I'm going to go with my watches, guys, and I've got to head into the Discord. So SNTG, this one is breaking out. This is probably your strongest setup this morning. It's breaking out of here. You have 477, then 515. If you are in, great job. You should get to 477 and probably push to the upside. ALCE, this is definitely on watch for me. I like this setup a lot. It needs to hold this 130 level. BTBD, no, not really interested in it, but I'll just keep it here anyway. SYRA, this is definitely a lower risk trade. So if you did get in, it's definitely worth it, because if you break this trend line, you have a lot of room to 193 on that. NTBL, not really too fussed about this one, but I just have it here on watch. I'm just going to delete it from my watch list. I'm trying to just cut down some plays. This data stock, I'm only looking for an entries above 190. I know it's in a bullish pennant, so it should break out, but I'm not looking for an entry within here. I'm waiting for 190. That's kind of pretty much it, guys, to be honest. So not really too much going on this morning. I'm going to be a little more patient than I was yesterday. There goes GRTX, but yeah, we'll see how the market does go. I'll only post charts if I see possible setups. I'm not just going to spam charts, because I only post charts that I expect price to go up. But regardless, keep your guys stop loss on your trades. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thanks.